It's a bit rude. If the person is pregnant, it's obviously a priority.
Feminists will complain literally about anything. They'll find a way to make anything and everything sexist, so in today's video, we'll be taking a look at some of their best and funny moments. This fight completely shuts down the idea that sex is tied to pay scale.
Quite a large pay dispute happening with our Australian women's soccer team at the moment. Is it frustrating for you as someone who's so prominent in your sport? And we heard you say on the Ellen show the other day you are the richest fighter in UFC, that sort of thing is still going on?
I think that how much you get paid should have something to do with how much money you bring in.
She handled this situation amazingly.
Highest paid fighter, not because Dana and Lorenzo wanted to do something nice for the ladies. They do it because I bring in the highest numbers. They do it because I make them the most money. And I think that the money that they make should be proportionate to the money that they bring in.
The legendary Judge Judy also doesn't stand for modern day feminism.
And yet you said you never considered yourself a feminist. Why is that? And do you get the same kind of pushback in saying that I do? Because I've said the same.
I get pushback. You have to listen to it. You're younger. I don't listen to it because I'm older. Because when I was growing up and going to school...
Judge Judy's explanation as to why she isn't a feminist is just amazing as her.
I'm not a feminist. I'm an individualist. I think that individuals each have within themselves the capacity to be the hero of their own story. It doesn't always have to be a star of a television program to be the hero of your own story. You want to be a doctor, a lawyer, an Indian chief, whatever you want to be, you can be the best at it, be the most recognized in that profession or vocation. That makes you the hero of your story.
That's right. You can be a burger flipper and be the best darn burger flipper they've ever seen.
A great family.
Well, let's just say that this woman is about to get destroyed by a professional.
I do agree that there is stigma that I have to deal with because I am fat, but I'm actually really in celebration of my body. I find beauty in diversity. I think we come in all shapes and sizes. And the assumption that we've dealt with a lot on this show is that just because you're obese, you must overeat. You must have an eating disorder. I know that not to be.
It's almost as if being healthy actually means being healthy.
Look, if you want to feel good about yourself, it's impossible to feel good about yourself when you're doing something that's self-destructive. Also, self-destructive behaviors that result in damage or debilitation or even disfigurement to the body, that's never going to be perceived as beautiful.
The thing is that
this woman completely disagrees with the demist idea that offering a seat is sexist.
It's wonderful.
I'm delighted you think so. Have you heard there's been a row today in the Commons because the MP Jo Swinson was left standing at the back, even though she was also in fact pregnant, and the MPs didn't offer her a seat. What are your thoughts on that?
I think she should have fought for a seat. She shouldn't have sat back and waited for someone to give her one. It's very bad when someone's offered a seat and you say no thank you.
Well, I guess offering a seat isn't sexist. Take that, feminists.
Do you think I'm sexist for having offered you a seat?
no, I think that's polite.
You know that there's been a bit of a row today. There's some MPs who didn't offer their seat to another MP who was pregnant. Does that sound bad to you?
It's a bit rude. If the person is pregnant, it's obviously a priority.
Yeah.
I think that's general, whether you're an MP, whether you're in the public light, whether you're on the tube. I think that's just if someone's elderly or if they're incapacitated or if they're pregnant, I think.
I'm guessing this woman doesn't like Trump very much.
Donald J. Trump is now President of the United States. President Obama is the ex-president. And Mr. Trump, for the moment, steps away for the inaugural address.
What a great honor to be able to introduce for the first time ever anywhere the 45th President of the United States of America, Donald.
Actually, I'm pretty sure I can guarantee it after watching this.
I am so sorry to my world. I am so sorry to my world. This is not what we want.
We will face
There's so much potential.
Isn't it weird that one of the main sources of data for feminists use are questionable resources?
First started. It was about women all over the world coming forward with their experiences of harassment and sexual assault. It was very serious, it was very meaningful, and it was organic. Hashtag #PayMeToo has taken the Me Too campaign and it's brought it into an area that is so deeply misleading. I've been on the website, there's very limited information, but what it does essentially...
This is why everyone should trust facts and see the bigger picture. She is 100% correct.
It masquerades as an equal pay website. Equal pay is mandatory in the UK. By law, men and women doing the same work have to be paid the same. But this campaign is trying to conflate equal pay with the gender pay gap. The gender pay gap comes down to a myriad of factors, from job to age to experience, many of which have absolutely nothing to do.
On a more light-hearted note, here's what a kid thinks about the feminist pay gap problems.
Do you think women get paid less than men for the same jobs?
Girls don't work as hard as the boys.
What are they doing instead of working hard?
Doing other stuff.
Like what kind of other stuff?
Texting and running on the track.
Why do you think that women get paid less than men?
Maybe women aren't acting as they should. Maybe they're acting weird.
It's laughable when some of these kids are able to form a better argument than these adults.
People think that they shouldn't be treated as fairly as men would be.
How come the women make less money than men?
Because probably some women in California don't really have jobs.
Why do you think that women make less money than men?
I think because they're very underrated, because they can do more, but people expect them to do less.
So apparently air conditioning is sexist?
There it was. There I was thinking it was just me that had a problem, but it turns out it's the air conditioning that's sexist.
I know. So many women in our office have the exact same problem. You know, we just sit there absolutely freezing at our desks trying to type. You can probably tell I've got a cold right now, which I blame all on the AC. And so it's just so actually quite nice to see this research. It's just such a relief to know that there's actually proof that this is happening, that women, you know...
Even the other female hosts are having a hard time keeping a straight face.
I think, you know, one of the biggest problems is that often in offices, it is men who control temperatures. You know, that's just something I've found anecdotally. And because majority of the men in offices seem to be absolutely fine with the temperatures, you know, women kind of just sit there on the corner feeling absolutely frozen. And, you know, often, like, actually...
Thanks for stopping by. Leave a like and subscribe or else the feminists will knock down your door. Thank you for watching and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Cheerio.